Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new loot video for you all today. Today I bring you guys loot from 1000 Deranged Archaeologist updated. The gear for this one is going to be Max Mage with a Tumican Shadow, and the inventory is going to be prayer potions with a little bit of food, as well as an axe and saturated heart. As you can see the collection log here, the item that they added is the steel ring. So the goal is to get as much profit and as many ring drops as possible. I'm starting at 1000 KC and I'm currently ranked 143 at Deranged Archaeologist. Let's end this video at 2000 KC and let's see our rank after that. Using the mushroom transportation system to the sticky swamp and of course the axe on these little roots right here. Once you do that, you just simply run south and you do have to avoid the swamp tar monster as well as the poisonous plant, which luckily doesn't hit you all the time, but if it does, you do get poisoned. So starting this fight, all you really need to know is once the Deranged Archaeologist yells this right there, learn to read, he throws book bombs at you and they do cover 3 different squares, and once they hit, they do hit again just a few ticks later. So as long as you're paying attention for that one specific piece of dialogue and that one action, other than that part of the fight, it's all very laid back, as you can see here. I have not been here since I did the last loot from 1000 video, which was many years ago, and obviously since then there is a new drop, which is the steel ring. So hopefully we get that on the collection log slot today and we'll have this boss green logged. Yes, there's no pet with this one, unfortunately. Do have the opportunity to get an elite clue scroll, so hopefully we can stack those up for the very end of the video. With this method, if you are maxed and you're using a Tumican Shadow, if you just want to stay in one world and just kill this Deranged Archaeologist in a very laid back way, you can get about 55 to 60 kills an hour with no hopping. However, if you do want to hop right after every single kill to maximize your kills per hour, with this method I found that it was about 80 kills an hour with hopping worlds. For the first 5 hours I did not hop worlds at all, and for the last 5 hours I mostly did hop worlds just to speed up the loot from 1000 video. Well, 65 kills in, there we go. Steel ring. Approximately 194k at the start of this video, 65 kills in, not too bad at all. Nice collection log, and this is why I decided to make loot from 1000 Deranged Archaeologist yet again after all these years, is because of that drop right there. It's a 1 in 43 drop, and it was added into the game just a few weeks ago. Only dropped by the Deranged Archaeologist. It has no requirements to equip it, and it is the best in slot melee defensive ring. It actually surpasses the Ring of Suffering. There's our second ring and 89 kills. However, it has no magic defense, no range defense, and no prayer bonus. So it may be a more useful option if you're, wanting to get a Ring of Suffering, but you can't afford one. But in general, it's just a really good ring for having defense bonus. And unlike gold rings, it cannot be made with the crafting skill using a ring mold and a furnace. And the crush defense was updated on July 2nd, which is just about a week after it came into the game, from +2 to now +24. So pretty incredible ring. It is tied with the granite ring also for being the heaviest ring in slot item in game. So that's something to keep in mind if you care about every detail of your stamina. Well, there it is yet again, another steel ring drop. Unfortunately, nowadays it's not the price that you see on the ground there. 191k is a little steep for this ring. As it goes for right now, it usually hovers anywhere from 150 to 175k, but throughout the last 4 days it did fluctuate in price. I was actually considering buying 1000 of these and just kind of waiting to see what happens. But then I looked at the high scores of the Deranged Archaeologist, and this boss is actually not as dead as I once thought it was. The last time I covered this boss, rank 1 actually had about 5000 KC, and nowadays rank 1 is all the way up to 22,000. And if you killed 1000 Deranged Archaeologist 5 years ago, you would be on the top page of the high scores at this boss. But now just to reach the top page, you need at least 2500 KC. So there's definitely more people killing Deranged Archaeologist these days. It's a very easy area to access, and it's honestly an easy boss to kill if you're paying attention. That's why while I was doing this video, I had to hop quite a few worlds because there is a decent amount of people killing this boss. Of course, I did run into a lot of low-level Ironmen because they are really wanting that new ring. It's such a good best-in-slot alternative, especially at a lower level. So there's definitely more people killing the Deranged Archaeologist because of this update, and I was surprised to look around YouTube and not really see a whole lot of people cover covering this new ring. I think this ring is beautiful. I think it's an excellent idea, and I would love to see more rings in old school RuneScape. Made a lot of great loot videos because of new rings coming into this game, especially Desert Treasure 2, but that's beside the point. Back into the video. As you can see in the bank here, loot tab is coming along nicely. I don't have all of the items in this tab, but as you can see, I do have my new collection items at the top there. Spent about 1.5 bill on a bunch of random stuff recently, so hopefully some of it goes up, but you know, never really made the best investments on this game, but hey, I'm trying new things. Now we are also getting fossil drops, which are untradeable, so we are going to be keeping all the fossils, banking them all, and at the very end of the video, I'll be trading them in for Numulite. Also a big shout out to my new account that I made. As you can see, about halfway done with a huge Czar loot video, which you guys will see in hopefully a week from now. Wow, look at all this junk on the ground. It's crazy the things that people drop at the Grand Exchange and the Crafting Guild. I made 82k from all of that. Now for the lower level Iron Men out there who haven't done enough hard clue scrolls to get a black D-hide body, as you can see in the inventory there, the Deranged Archaeologist does drop the black D-hide body. Occasionally, you'll also get some long bones, more often than not, compared to most monsters in this game, so you will get some nice little construction XP from all of those long bones if you stack them up. With sailing coming out soon, I figured I would invest in 1,000,000 ropes. Really only had to bank about once an hour with this method and with this inventory setup. You definitely don't need to bring a lot of food for killing the Deranged Archaeologist. You just have to pay a little bit of attention. As you can see, we are at the halfway point. Decent amount of fossils in the bank so far, and over 11 rings. If these rings do have the potential to go up in price just more and more, from 100 to 200, upwards of 300,000 GP, then this boss could be decent profit an hour. Other than the steel ring, the onyx bolt tips add up nicely. You know, you have some nice alchable drops as well. A little bit of herbs and a little bit of runes. I tried my very best not to die at all during this one, but of course, if you do happen to mess up, you will definitely get stacked. So you hardcore Iron Men, be very careful out here if you decide to kill this boss. It's a very dangerous boss, especially with a disconnection, so don't underestimate him. Understandable if you can't afford a Tunic and Shadow and you don't want to invest in one just for killing this boss. I would say it's probably worth buying if you're going to kill like 1,000 or more, but as you can see here, this guy has an ancient staff with fire waves, so anything really gets the job done at the Deranged Archaeologist. I saw a lot of different setups here, and yeah, most of the people that were killing this boss were Iron Men, so that's just kind of what I noticed throughout this adventure. I really enjoyed this. I don't get to use Tunican as often as I want, so it was really nice to actually pull out the Tunic and Shadow, and I will deduct the cost of Soul Runes and Chaos Runes at the very end of the video. One thing that kind of caught my eye was 641 kills in, I got my first Elite Clue Scroll, and that was the only Elite Clue Scroll for the whole entire video, so kind of a letdown there. And there's another death there. Maybe they should add hard Clue Scrolls to the drop table too, but you know, I just love Clue Scrolls. Saturated Heart, definitely a good choice to bring here, as well as the Maxscape just for easy access teleports. Feel free to bring Thralls. I was on Arceus, but I didn't think Thralls were that worthwhile considering the fight is so fast. You're just going to drain your prayer faster if you bring Thralls, but again, it's all up to you. You can hop worlds, you can stay, you can chill, you can AFK, just don't AFK too hard. 700 kills into the video, and yeah, the loot's not too bad. I mean, again, especially for Iron Men, the Onyx Bolt tips, that pretty much just translate into Alks later on for you, so that's always good. Very rare drop that I was not expecting is the Celestris Seed, but you do see this pretty commonly with anything on Fossil Island or directly connected to Fossil Island. But hey, I'll take any high tier seed I can get my hands on. I wasn't even wearing a Ring of Wealth, and I did happen to stumble upon a few shield left halves as well. That's about a 1 in 5,500 drop for the shield left half, and a 1 in 8,000 drop rate on that Celestris Seed, so you know, good RNG here, let me tell you. Well, we have roughly 150 kills left to go. Oh, look at that. Now just 100 kills left to go. What do you guys think about this update? What do you guys think about this new best in slot defensive ring? Let me know in the comment section below. Always curious to hear your guys' opinions. I do have 2 awesome loot videos coming out for you guys in the next week. One of them is going to be on a new account that I'm very excited to show you guys for the very first time. And another one is going to be a farming related video that I've been working on my main for the last 3 weeks. So excited to show you guys these new videos, and there are so many more to come. We got the motivation. We're feeling really good these days and definitely taking advantage of that. Other than that, if you guys have any recommendations or suggestions for loot videos, I will do anything and everything. Feel free to leave it in the comment section below. It felt really good to do a loot from 1,000 video. These videos just hit different than the loot from 10-hour series. Unfortunately, this one is loot from 1,001 because I was not paying attention. So I killed 1,001 Deranged Archaeologist. That makes my OCD go crazy, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do the price check. And there's the one elite clue, loot from 1001 Deranged Archaeologist, 26 steel rings, 240 onyx bolt tips, 59 crystal keys. I forgot to mention those. Overall loot, 15.6 mil, whole lot of dragon arrows, decent amount of prayer potions, diamonds, black d'hide bodies. Whole lot of fossils as well. We're going to go ahead and put these steel rings in the grand exchange for 170k. Looks like about half of them sold. Everything else should sell for a reasonable price, if not 5% less, but that's okay. Just gets everything sold much quicker. Maybe add like 10% to the overall amount if you decide to sell everything over time. I did decide to trade in all of the fossils that I got, and I ended up with 13,000 nummulite, which did add an additional 400k to the price check. I sold the rest of the rings for 100 to 130k, so I made about 14.9 mil from 1,000 Deranged Archaeologist, minus about 5 mil in supplies, leaves me with 10 mil profit in roughly 15 hours. My rank is now 33 in Deranged Archaeologist overall. That's not too bad. That's with 2001 KC. Not the best elite clue scroll reward, but 131k, I'll take it. And that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This was a pretty fun one to make. Thank you so much to the YouTube channel members, with a special shout out to DaeDogGaming, xXzoticx, and DeceptionZ. Until next time, Mr. No Sleep, out.